How's it going, guys? Chili Esports is back with the Chili Racing League on the new F1 2022 game. This is the highlights commentated by JackIgoe. It is in Australia, Albert Park, Australia. Obviously, a whole completely new layout for F1 2022, so good little fresh feel to the track. This race was streamed on the Chili Esports Twitch channel on Monday night at 8 PM, British summer time, so UK time. That channel will be linked down in the description below, so you can check out all of our races live there. They will be most likely every Monday at 8 PM. But yeah, here are the highlights of both qualifying and the race, of the first race of the Chili Racing League Season 1 at Australia. Enjoy.
Ooh, it's wet. Now this is what I like to see. The AlphaTauri, the sublet, the sister company to set after the Red Bull. The AlphaTauri of St. Magnuspin hits the line, not quick enough. Falls 4/10 short, and that is our qualifying. Our three drivers out in queue number 1. Zemkola, Braden, and Dio. Uncle Stuart's still safe for tire. Oh no, but the slide on the wall! And JackIgoe, that was off the exit of turn 11. He just seemed to catch a little bit of curb. He's in trouble because he won't get out again. And that sets a bar for some of these lads to really compete. We'll find out soon. Ross Vincent was in danger, now completely safe. George Townsend out. But if Tyler Berry can beat the time set by JackIgoe with a 1:18.969, he'll be safe. And doesn't he just? He beats it. Very, very slim margins, but he gets there. Either way, only one man can put Tyler Berry out now in qualifying. That man is Locks. The 1:18.588 to beat. Can he beat that time? He just does. Oh, by 600ths of a second, puts the Alpha of Tyler Berry in trouble and out. What a session that was. Noah, provisional pole for the Williams. A 1-2 with Archie East as he would. Next up for the line will be the Ferrari of Stitch. So Stitch with the left-hander on one more sharp right. Oh, loose! So loose from Stitch, who crashes on the apex in front of the line.
Go on, Stitch, go! Go!
Why is there only one set of mechanics?
Oh!
It's so stupid.
Oh! Oh!
OJ. A spin off the bottom of Ascari and re-enters.
Jay, don't spin, bro. Ah!
Mate, stop fucking talking.
No, don't spin, bro. Don't spin.
Oh, you're a bit too funny. You're a bit too funny.
Don't spin, bro. No pressure.
You realise everyone's going to be...
Oh, can this dickhead just fuck off?
Noah's Noah. Invalid already.
What's he doing?
Shadow in the wall. 3:03, the best time he has given us so far. Oh, and the curb won't help either. Takes a nice little bite of the sausage. Is that one chance that Joey Coops
Hello there.
would get if he wants to put himself in a reasonable position for the start of this Australian Grand Prix? It won't be pole. It'll be the second slowest time we saw so far. Ollie Maitland next up as he comes around the final corner with Stewart. Maitland, oh, it's a very loose exit off the corner of turn 16. Maitland to hit the line. It's pole position for Ollie Maitland in the Scuderia Ferrari.
Meanwhile.
Oh! Yes! Yes!
It's pole position for one of the oldest men in this league, the veteran as he was, the founder as it is, with the Scuderia Ferrari. Ollie Maitland on pole for the start of the Australian Grand Prix. How's he done that? How the fuck has he done that? Formation lap now to get things rolling in Australia, in Melbourne. Wait, was that light? That wasn't lights out, was it? That was lights out and Locks is out. Oh, lads. No formation lap and there's already lads out. So, for what will be the first time in CRL Formula 1 Season 1 in F1 2022, it's lights out and away we go. And it looks as though we've got a good start already here from Ollie Maitland, who gets away from Archie East. Shadow desperately trailing and hoping to find Archie East, but Shadow's in the wall at turn number 1, and a massive shunt puts him in the barrier, and it's been a shocker of a start for the man who is in second row. The sniper's back, folks. Yellow flags, and oh, that looks like, oh, Dio. with the second. JackIgoe also. That's good lift.
Is that not?
Nah.
Mate, I'm on you. TK, mate, my rate.
How the fuck have I got 3 seconds for that? I swear that corner's bugged, bro.
I'm scared of shit.
How have I got 6 seconds or penalty?
Absolutely starving, looking for his opportunity. Look at that, the move from Ross Vincent. Noah losing 2 places now to both the Italian outfits in Stitch and Ross Vincent. Out. Shadow out. JackIgoe out.
Who let the dogs out?
Yellow flags across the board. I think we have ourselves our first safety car of the afternoon. Now we're ready for the restart as they all just slowly find their way up. I'm going to keep my eyes on Joey Coots on the soft compound, trailing Uncle Stuart and Ross Vincent. But Archie East leads this Australian Grand Prix as we get green flags and we can resume racing. We'll sit with Coots until we see a better battle. Oh, and I've sniped him again, it seems. He re-enters the race line. It becomes hectic towards the back and he just faces backwards. Oh, and Cola's out. Cola is out. Oh, on the right-hand side, a rough exit here off the back of turn number 6. Is that another one? No, another one? We get green flags at the resumption of racing this time around. I'll still sit with Deacon this time, maybe. In fact, Coots is already battling. Coots is already ahead of Emerson, and he gets in ahead in towards turn 1. Ooh, Tyler Berry decides to park his car. You can't park there, sir. A very different start. So Noah's no on the soft compound now. Still oh, early on the brakes, it seems, from locks and contact. Forcing Noah around the long way, but now with DRS enabled, the Red Bull may not be completing into turn number 1. This could be as close as you like. Ross Vincent will watch him from behind. Noah trying to take the inside line, will not put himself in a position where the wheels will lock on in. Will do, Jack. Will do. Noah now affording to hit the brakes. That bit later, locks, has to yield, does yield, and Noah gets ahead in P5. Ross Vincent still setting after the driver ahead. That driver being George Townsend, trying to take the inside line. The Haas covers up, but they're 3 abreast going in towards turn number 10, and that's Noah to get ahead of George Townsend, sitting in this train of slipstream, that DRS train as you were. Now getting in ahead, the Haas looking so low in energy. Now the dive in from Ross Vincent. Townsend sees him coming. He lets him let in ahead. Ollie Mayland is just hunting for that position from Uncle Stuart. There will be DRS very soon as well. That detection zone is in about 2 turns time. That detection zone starts here, I believe. Now to stay in within that 1 second gap should not be an issue for Ollie Maitland as we round the corner into turn 1. He'll be shown the inside by Uncle Stuart. He'll sit in the slipstream for as long as he can, and Ollie Maitland will get himself his position back in toward P2. He now has his chance to sit after Archie East. Oh, and Noah knows that. Noah knows that. He'll go the long way around Chiro in towards turn number 1. Chiro is aware of this man's position as they battle into turn 1, but the soft tyres simply have that better grip around the corners. Stitch is looking for his move on George Townsend. The Ferrari against the Ferrari-powered Haas will get the outside line, will go the long way around. Townsend will be aware of it, but cannot contain Stitch, who gets himself up into P7. Chiro out of the Australian Grand Prix. Ollie Maitland now leads the Australian Grand Prix, but with 6 seconds worth of penalties, I believe.
How have I got 6 seconds or penalty?
This looks promising. 11 laps to go, folks, in Melbourne, and Ollie Maitland leads comprehensively at the front. Question is, can he get those mediums out for the entire run?
So can I go balls deep and just take these mediums to the end? Oh no, what are you thinking, Stitch? I feel like if I pit for soft start, I'm throwing the lead, bro.
You'll have pace though.
Yeah, but I've got to overtake like 4 cars.
Will your cars go to the end? You reckon?
They're on 41.
Oh, you can go to the end, surely. Just look after him.
Oh, that's a risky, Stitch, bro. That is a risky.
So does Maitland blink now? No. He stays out. I think he's going for it. I do think he's going for it. It'll be close. Because he also has 6 seconds of penalty. So about 2.5 seconds of like run time. And a flawless run from Ross has been really good so far. Either way, we're on for a different winner in Formula 1. Staying out, yeah. He's nurturing them as best he can. It's going to be a trek because I'm just keeping my eyes on that time the entire time. What are the tyres like for wear? I wonder. What are the tyres? Does Maitland hardly has, he's probably the worst wear in the entire grid. 18 laps on these mediums. But this is all that matters really now. It's at the front because Maitland's going to the very end. He's conserving these tyres as best as he can. but it's going to be a serious shift if he wants to keep them going. Look at that. 2 seconds to go in the gap now. Ross has 2 seconds to shut the gap down. 2.5 seconds. It's still the gap. Ross Vincent can't shut the gap down. Stitch is on the podium. 2 laps away from what can be said to be a bit of a miracle, as he would. 1.8 seconds the gap between Ross Vincent and Ollie Maitland after the application of penalties. We're in our second to last lap. It's been incredible. I never thought I'd see this narrative again. It really is now 1.5 seconds now. But we enter our final lap with Ollie Maitland. December 2020 into February 21, folks. I took on my first casting gig with CRL Formula 1. And in that race, it was won comprehensively by Ollie Maitland because he was quite simply the quickest driver at the time. Since then, we've had many drivers come in, many young, many old, all coming with the same intention, the same will to win in Formula 1, to get a win in CRL Formula 1 while racing in a league with some friends and commentated by yours truly. They all wanted to get that special moment on screen because that's what it all meant. Since Maitland won that, I think the last time I saw him win was in Abu Dhabi in 2021 in a league race where he raced with Racing Point, if I'm not mistaken. He raced with Racing Point that time around, and it's been a while since we've seen him anywhere near the top. Ollie Maitland, for what I can say, for the first time in a long time, got himself pole position here in Melbourne in Australia for the first time in a very, very long time. And now it seems to be on the horizon for the first league race in CRL Formula 1. The Scuderia Ferrari are going to take it. Ollie Maitland reels back the years and wins the Australian Grand Prix.
Yes! Yeah! Come on! Oh my god! Let's go, boys!
Ross Vincent will be the next man for the line in his inaugural race in Formula 1. He will come in on second. Archie East will be over the line as well in the Red Bull. Stitch falling just short at the final hurdle will look to get there. Locks and Noah's Noah with the battle for the line, but the penalties will put Locks in better form as he spins over the line for good measure.
Yes, JackIgoe, that was for you, bro. That was for you, JackIgoe. That was for you!
What more could you ask for in CRL F1? Ollie, if you're watching this back, good shit, lad. That was brilliant to watch. That was brilliant.